Nepal, a landlocked country nestled in the lap of the Himalayas, is renowned for its breathtaking beauty. Towering snow-capped peaks pierce the sky, while lush valleys and ancient temples dot the landscape. But on March 12, 2018, a tragedy struck this serene nation, casting a long shadow over its majestic mountains. An Air Bangla flight carrying 71 souls crashed while attempting to land at Kathmandu's Tribhuvan International Airport. The accident sent shockwaves through Nepal and the global aviation community, leaving behind a trail of heartbreak and unanswered questions. The crash served as a stark reminder of the inherent risks associated with air travel, particularly in challenging environments like the Himalayas. Nepal's unique topography, characterized by high altitudes and unpredictable weather patterns, poses significant challenges for pilots. The tragedy also highlighted the importance of robust safety protocols and the need for continuous improvement in the aviation industry. Air Bangla Flight 211 was a scheduled international passenger flight from Hazrat Shah Jalal International Airport in Dhaka, Bangladesh, to Tribhuvan International Airport in Kathmandu, Nepal. The flight was operated by a Bombardier Dash 8Q400, a twin-engine turboprop aircraft known for its reliability and suitability for short-haul flights. On board were 67 passengers and 4 crew members, representing a diverse group of nationalities. Among the passengers were 33 Nepalese nationals, 32 Bangladeshis, 1 Chinese and 1 Maldivian. The crew, all Bangladeshi nationals, were experienced aviators with thousands of flight hours under their belts. The flight departed Dhaka on schedule, carrying with it the hopes and dreams of its passengers, unaware of the tragic fate that awaited them. The flight proceeded normally for the majority of its journey. However, as the aircraft approached Kathmandu, the weather conditions began to deteriorate. Thick clouds and fog shrouded the valley, reducing visibility and creating challenging conditions for landing. The pilots were in communication with air traffic control, receiving updates on the weather and runway conditions. Despite the challenging conditions, the pilots initiated their descent towards Tribhuvan International Airport. Communication between the cockpit and air traffic control became increasingly strained as the aircraft navigated the difficult terrain and poor visibility. The exact nature of the communication difficulties remains a subject of investigation, but it is clear that they played a role in the events that unfolded. At approximately 2:15 p.m. local time, tragedy struck. Air Bangla Flight 211 crashed in a field near the runway of Tribhuvan International Airport. The impact was catastrophic, instantly killing all 71 people on board. The aircraft burst into flames, sending plumes of thick black smoke billowing into the sky. The sound of the crash and the sight of the inferno sent shockwaves through the surrounding area. Emergency responders rushed to the scene, but their efforts were hampered by the intensity of the fire and the chaotic nature of the crash site. It quickly became apparent that there were no survivors. The news of the crash spread rapidly, plunging Nepal into a state of mourning and disbelief. In the aftermath of the crash, a thorough investigation was launched to determine the cause of the accident. The investigation involved experts from Nepal, Bangladesh, Canada, the aircraft's manufacturer, and the International Civil Aviation Organization, or ICAO. The investigation team meticulously examined the wreckage, recovered the aircraft's flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, and interviewed witnesses, including air traffic controllers. The investigation revealed a complex interplay of factors that contributed to the crash. While the final report acknowledged the challenging weather conditions, it placed significant blame on pilot error and miscommunication. The report concluded that the pilots made a series of errors during the approach and landing, including misjudging the aircraft's altitude and failing to follow proper landing procedures. The crash of Air Bangla Flight 211 left an indelible mark on the lives of the victims' families. They lost loved ones, breadwinners, and cherished members of their families. The pain and grief were immeasurable, compounded by the sudden and tragic nature of the accident. In the wake of the tragedy, memorials were held in both Nepal and Bangladesh to honor the victims. Families gathered to share their grief, offer support to one another, and find solace in their shared loss. Monuments were erected near the crash site, serving as poignant reminders of the lives lost and the importance of aviation safety. The Air Bangla Flight 211 crash served as a wake-up call for the aviation industry, particularly in Nepal. The investigation's findings highlighted the need for enhanced safety measures, especially in challenging airports like Tribhuvan International Airport. In response to the tragedy, the Nepalese government and aviation authorities implemented a series of safety improvements. These improvements included upgrading navigational aids, enhancing pilot training programs, and improving communication protocols between pilots and air traffic control. The goal was to prevent similar tragedies from occurring in the future and to ensure the safety of all passengers flying in and out of Nepal.